Hello, y'all. It is me, Lex, with another product review. This time it's going to be for hair product on a wash and go. If you have not already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I post new content. I am very new here, and my first video was a Temu haul. So if you're interested in what that was like, please go back and check that video. But today, I needed to wash my hair, and I honestly would have rather washed it like Sunday, but it was Mother's Day and I refused. And yesterday, the product that I needed came in and I really didn't feel like doing anything yesterday. So here we are Tuesday. Just real quick, I've been natural, fully natural. I transitioned from relaxed to natural. I've been natural ever since about 2017 and going into 2018. Okay. And I did a wash and go using, hold on, I'm gonna pause real quick. I want you to see what I use. Just a moment. Okay, here we go. So started doing a few more wash and goes after I saw a video by guy's last name Dickey. For some reason I want to say his name is Jerome. Not sure if I messed your name up, sir. I am so sorry, but I know he is a very prominent hairstylist, and he did a video and he stresses about the wash and go on natural type 4 hair, and his key, no matter what you use, to make sure that you use a lot of it and that it is actually moisturizing the hair. Now, I started using Cantu Curling Cream, and I love this because a very little goes a long way and it smells amazing. And it was curling my hair, but it was not penetrating the way I needed to. It was leaving like a residue. So when I use this, it's usually if I'm going to put my hair into 2-strand twists or like 2 braids going to the back, just something to, I use this as a moisturizer. I said all that to say that I use it now just as a moisturizer when I'm going to put my hair up in a way and leave it alone. For the wash and goes though, I started using Curl Activator, and I'm talking about Jerry Curl Activator. So this was the first one that I used, and I didn't mind it too much. The only problem is it comes in these little bitty containers. So this actually did my hair very well. It's just, and this was $1.49, but it's 8 ounces. And, depending on where I got it from, I would have to get like 4 or 5 jars of this stuff to make it worth me buying and make it last. So I found this Proclaim brand. This was Softy's brand. And I found this Proclaim brand at Sally's Beauty Supply because it was a larger tub. It was a 32 ounce. So like 4 of the Softies jars equals 1 of these. The problem with both of these is they were very sticky. After I applied it, my curls were popping. They were juicy. I don't know if you can see, there's like still some definition of the curls in my hair now. It's been like 11 days since I did my wash and go. It was like the Saturday before this past one. And I just put my hair into some chunky twists at night with a bonnet. And then I unravel those twists and then fluff it out as I go. But this was very sticky, and I noticed that it flaked. I don't know if it says non-flaking. It says non-flaking, but I still experience some flaking. And I do not pair these with any type of styling gel. Now, this is curling activator, and some people pair their curl activators with a styling gel like an Eco Styler or another type of gel that will harden and put a cast on your hair. I don't do that because I want my hair to stay soft. If I'm having problems with flaking with this, God knows what's going to happen if I use a styling gel. So I found this Hawaiian Silky, and when I was looking at products, there was actually 2 formulas of this brand. There was this one, which I believe is their original one, and then there's a Dry Look brand in which the gel is clear. This gel is orange. The other one was clear and it said Dry Look, and I don't really know what that means, but I definitely don't want my hair looking dry. So that just turned me off because of what they said it was. The consistency of it, I did get a little bit of it when I test it. It is light and it's not sticky like the other two. It is not sticky at all. So I'm interested in how much of this I will have to use on my hair to get the same result. It's not as thick and it's definitely not sticky. There is a scent. It's fairly pleasant and it's really light. Okay, so if you're sensitive to smells, you're good with this. So I'm about to go in, y'all, and shampoo and condition my hair. And I use my Suave Rosemary and Mint. This thing, my scalp loves this stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to come back and apply some of the gel on camera with you. So talk to you shortly. All right, y'all, and I'm back after being washed and conditioned, and I separate as I wash my hair, I wash in 4 sections, and then when I go and put the conditioner in, I separate those 4 sections in half, and I add the conditioner in 8 sections, and then I wash the conditioner out in those same 8 sections, and I detangle that way. And this has just been the easiest way for me to manage to keep my hair tangle free as I style. Otherwise, if I were to wash my hair all together, it'll take me an hour to detangle, and ain't nobody got time for that. So I'm going in with some leave-in. This is Aussie Hair Insurance Leave-In Conditioner. Okay, and it has jojoba oil and Australian sea kelp. Australian sea kelp, I'm sorry, is what it says. And it says instantly tames and softens. So before I came on here, remember when I was saying I had got the theory about keeping your hair moisturized while it's in a wash and go rather than, I don't know if he uses like a styling gel to create a cast. I think he does, just to have that hold. But my hair does, it does what I want it to do with just the curling product. So I have found that this spray leave-in works better with my stylers. If I were to use a gel, like a cream like leave-in, the cream leave-in would do well. If I were to use like my cream Cantu curling cream and put it like in some twists or something, that would be fine. But to mix the cream with a gel, for me, it does not work well. It does not work. It doesn't absorb. Okay, so that section is fairly detangled. And I grease my scalp with sulfate because I have itchy scalp. Not too much on the dandruff across the front. I noticed, like, as I've gotten older, I've had that, but I believe a big deal of that was contribute to my wearing wigs all the time. And I'm getting to the point to where my hair is too thick, which I've always had thick hair, but when I started wearing the wigs, I was still relaxed and transitioning. So that was easier for me to wear the wigs than to style and deal with my multiple textures, because I didn't want to always straighten my transitioning hair. That was the point of me growing it out. All right, so that is on my scalp, and we're going to go in with my Hawaiian Silky. If either of you have used this, please let me know how it works for you, how you like it, if you like it at all. And if you tried the one that says dry look, because I don't know, that just turned me off. So I take a pretty generous amount in just a small section, and I start at the ends. I found that the gel consistency of stylers work best with my hair. I start at the ends, and once those ends feel like butter, I go in, and I'm getting my shed hair coming out as well. I go in with my my product, and I work my way up, and that is curling pretty nicely, similar to my other curl activators. I'm using about the same amount of product, same size section. So it's not that I'm having to use anymore. I was concerned about having to use more product because it does not feel as thick to me as the Proclaim or the Softies brand. And I'm just going to finish this section up on camera and put it back into a chunky twist. And when I do my wash and goes, that's how I do it. I do the 8 sections, put it back in the same twist in the section that I put it in, and then when I'm ready to leave the house or to record video, I unravel the twist and fluff it and go on about my business. And this will last me at least 4 to 5 days without me having to refreshen. And when I say refreshen, my spray bottle of water in the same size sections. And if there are parts that feel a little crusty, I will put just a little bit of product just on the ends, not throughout the hair like I'm doing now. I don't reapply product because that's what causes buildup and probably the flaking that I had been experienced before. So I said, well, you know what? I'm not going to do that anymore. And we're just going to leave it like this. And every 7 to 10 days, we just rewash. Now, next week, going to a wedding, so I will be flat ironing my hair. Have not decided the style that I want to wear, but the ideas that I've come up with so far is going to be best that I do it on straight hair so that it will blend well. I have a couple of clip-ins, and I did order some new wigs. Not sure if they're going to come in, but I do have some clip-ins that I originally wanted to try. And definitely will do that if the wigs don't come in, and I will review those as well. If any of you, what I was going to say, Anthony Dickey was the man's name. I think I said Anthony Jerome Dickey, and I think I combined 2 different people. Feel like Jerome Dickey is an author. Think he's an author. So again, forgive me. For screwing up your name. And like I said, I just twisted that right back up. And now I'll put my bonnet on this when I go to bed tonight. And I'm pretty liberal with this. This is a pretty thick section, so I'll actually put a little bit of that in my hand. And it is a liquid, so to put that throughout the hair. And so I'm going to finish this up. And I'll come back when it is time to unravel my twist, which will either be later on tonight or in the morning. I'm not sure. I may go to happy hour. So if I go to happy hour, I'll show you guys what it looks like after I get all the product in, and we'll see what happens. All right. Bye. All right, y'all. So it is the next morning. I slept in my little bonnet. Now I love this little thing because if you have like a roller set or some braids or something, you got like all of this space in it. So we can go ahead and take off my bonnet scarf. Like I said, remember I told you I had my hair in the 8 chunky twists, and they are still pretty damp, but not like sopping wet. I can feel like the gel, and it's still not as tacky as what I was used to with the other brands. So I'm going to take my Do Grow Mega Thick Oil and put that around my edges, because I do accumulate some flakes, especially right after a fresh shampoo, because I know I put the sulfur 8 on, but what I've noticed is because like the scarves and the bonnets are right there on the edge, it dries out the quickest. So I'll just make sure my edges are done. I have experienced not necessarily losing my edges. My edges have always been thick, but when I was telling you guys that I used to wear wigs all the time, especially when I was transitioning from relaxed to natural. The combs from the wigs, I believe, and also the lace. I never used glue, but it could just been the lace just, rubbing the thinner hairs out and causing a lot of breakage. So I'm just unraveling those twists, and I do this so that my curls will stretch a little bit overnight. See what is going on here? Boom. And honestly, second day hair is the best. Like, this is going to be good. But when I come in here and do it tomorrow, it's going to be bomb. So I did not go to happy hour like I said before. And I really didn't feel like doing anything. Honestly, after I got done with my hair, I just sat up and watched just a couple of TV shows. I went on to bed. I realized all the Queen's Men were back on. So I stayed up and watched all the Queen's Men and went to sleep. See that? And they're really bouncy. Now, this is not fully dry, guys. This is like maybe 50 to 60% dry. Okay. But when I do this, it allows me to kind of shape the hair how I want it. So when it does dry, it's where I want it to be. As you can see what it was looking like yesterday before I got started. That was like 11-day-old wash and go. This is, I don't know if this would be considered day 1 or day 2, since I technically washed it yesterday. So what I do is I like to shake it a little bit. Hold on. Just so it doesn't get in my face. And this is going to be it. And then tomorrow, I don't have to do it today because, like I said, it is still pretty wet. It's pretty damp right now. It's not dripping wet, but to the touch, it is kind of wet. And that has a lot to do with the consistency of the gel. Tomorrow, I will do the same. Well, today when I come home, I will put them back in the same chunky twist and then put my scarf bonnet on and then hit my edges with a little oil, and I would probably spray it with some oil sheen. And I just got this. I've used their cream moisturizer that's like in the same coloration bottle. African Pride. It says Olive Miracle Anti-Breakage Formula. All right. It smells amazing. And so does their moisturizer. So if you like good smelling stuff, that works. That Cantu curling cream and African Pride products smell amazing. I also use the Isoplus. It doesn't, either the blue can, the original formula, or the olive oil formula. I do kind of prefer the olive oil formula scent better, but that's just me. All right, guys, so that's it. What do you think? I think it did good. I honestly, it looks the same as the other, the other activators that I use. So I actually have 2 of the 16-ounce jars because when I read the description, it said 32 ounce, and that was the size of that Proclaim, the big tub that I had. So I'm thinking, oh yeah, it's another big tub. It was not another big tub. They sent me 2 16-ounce jars. So I will be using this for a while, but with it being warmer now and the summertime, I'm going to be doing a lot more wash and goes because my hair is super thick after it dries, and I can't, unless I put my hair in a cornrows, which I don't like to do because I don't let them stay in long enough. it's just a waste of time for me to wear a wig one night and I done put all these braids in my hair. It just takes so much time for me. But yeah, my hair, unless it's flat iron, it's too thick to put the wigs on. And plus, it's just too dang hot. Like, it's the middle of May, and in the Tampa Bay area, we are getting like almost 90-degree temperatures. And with the heat index, it's, you know, they say it feels like 90. And I'm like, girl, I ain't trying to be wearing no dang wigs this summer. I'm trying to let my hair do what it's going to do. I'm going to keep it moisturized, and I'm going to keep on doggone going. And when the 2 weeks of winter we get, maybe I'll go back to my wigs. Or if it's a special occasion, I'll wear the wig for a couple of hours. But all day wearing wigs, I'm done with that. So naturalistas, if you looking for something that's going to hold and keep that moisture in there, and if this does what the others have done, because it's feeling the same, I will be able to just come home at night and chunky twist this, put in 8 little twists, and just take it out in the morning for at least the next 4 to 5 days without having to refresh it with this spray water bottle. All right. So that's it, guys. Let me know if you try it, or if you have tried it, or if anyone has tried the other formula for Hawaiian Silky, the dry look one, because I'm interested into what dry look means. So I was worried about that, so I didn't get that one. I just got the regular one, and I'll try to remember to bring you guys a picture or a short video clip of what it's going to look like tomorrow, because it's going to be a lot bigger tomorrow once it's had time to dry. All right. Love you.